Alright guys, part 2 here at Elm Grove. I call it the cow pasture earlier. It's the Elm Grove Apiary. Let me see. Grab my Jefe here. Sure I'm not dropping anything. The VarroxSan. I'm throwing this I got a lot of that grass down in there. This where's the typical wood pellets that I got. Alright. Went ahead and put a super over here. See if I can give some space here. Let me back up the camera a little bit. Once again, I'm using the VarroxSan. It'll be 4 per brood box, so 8 per hive, except for this one. It's safe to use with honey supers on. I'm gonna put my gloves on. These are Jefe. I don't know when I started saying that a long time ago. I love the glove. All right. I want to kind of cinch these up a little bit. I need to cut back some of this vine here. I don't know if I got any loppers with me. I usually have some in my truck. All right, so I'm gonna put this over here, get it out of the way. I'm also going to take this out since I'm not feeding. I just killed that bee. I'm sorry, guy. I'm not feeding these guys. I'm not using the jar feeder for sure. I'm going to give them a little bit of room to move in and out. Let me see what we got here. Notice this one has become more active. Let's see what we can see there. Leaves of 3. Oh yeah. Remember, these are all, every one of these queens is a Caucasian queen. I have a propolis trap on here. I see small hive beetles. That's terrible. And I see, looks to be wax moth larva, which is terrible. This might be a terrible thing. And it is a terrible thing. Quite a bit of small hive beetles on there. That's not the worst I've seen. These guys will not be getting another box. I see clear down to the bottom here on the sides, but I see quite a bit of bees here. A lot of small hive beetles in there. Let's see if there's a surviving bee colony in here. Alright. They obviously didn't do too much with this frame. I spilled a little bit of vegetable oil there. Who knows? Who knows what is going on? They might just be robbing them out. I will look for the queen. Screen bottom board, I can see straight to the ground. I see brood. There's brood here. I'll look for a blue dot quickly for a queen. So there's larvae in there. I don't think I left my truck running to keep it cool on the inside. Just who knows how these bees might do? You never know, but a little bit of brood, not much. Same. I want to see if I can see the queen. Not a good time of year to just be queenless. I see a lot of pollen. I stuck that there to keep her from falling. That queen box is down there for a reason. Because this ear over here is broken off and I don't want it falling all the way down. Alright, I don't see the queen. Doesn't mean, obviously, that she's not in here, but not a ton of bees. And she would be marked. Well, I'm seeing something down there. It's a little different. That body is long. and it's thin, but it's just the body. Let me see if I see any remnants of a blue mark on it. I don't know if I'd see it because it'd be on the thorax. That just looks like a body. The abdomen. There's quite a bit of brood right here though. There's a lot of places to lay. I'm seeing some beetles in there. I am going to treat for mites. Whether I find the queen or not, these guys are getting treated. Just making sure. Yeah, that's a lot of beetles. All right. I'm gonna slide those on the outside. If I had feed, I would just take one of those feeders. All right. So these guys are getting 2 strips. Now the heat is coming. The sun is coming out. I mean, if they don't have a queen, I don't see any queen cells. I do see. What did I do with that queen body that I had right there? I just knock it down, or did the bee pick it up and fly it off? Good grief. All right. less than half of these are just foundation, but all these here on the ends are maybe a little bit of comb, but mostly foundation. So I'm gonna give these guys a chance here. Let's see, maybe. Make sure the queen is not right there. That's very frustrating that I'll drop that body somewhere. I want to confirm that it was just a body, that there wasn't a blue mark on there, or if there was. I want to turn this upside down like that. What's concerning is the wax moth larva that I saw crawling around on top. There's only 2 of them. They were able to hide from the bees on top of here. So wax moths get in there, they lay eggs all the time, and the bees fight them off. So when they have an overabundance. Alright guys, I'm going to pull the camera back a little bit. Tell you what, I'm going to grab my little Alright, got my little umbrella there. See how it helps with the heat. It's hard to tell what I'm looking at though through the visual. Let me just back up a little bit. So these guys probably need some space. I'll be taking some of these home. I'm not going to be needing that, I don't think. Small hive beetles, alright. Maybe they don't need space. Maybe they just got a lot of small hive beetles and they're about to abscond. Wouldn't that be awesome? So this is just foundation up here. Looks like the bees haven't touched it. It's one of those situations where I didn't have any frames to comb. I want to give them space. Yeah, the bees absolutely have not touched that. I probably will just stick that on there they'll go up in there. I mean, they did get space from that, but if not going up in there to do anything with it, then they're just going to hang around down here. All right, a little bit of brood here. See if there's any red dots on them. Nope. We smoke these guys just a little bit. They are pretty gentle. There's some more brood. I don't see any red dots on them. A little red will be like an indication of, well, it would probably be Varroa. All right, so I'm gonna pull out 4 for the bottom. All right, 4 for the top. All right, you gotta find a place to put them. All right, there's 1. We'll skip. Coming back. 2. 3. Need to make a way. So there's going to be kind of catty corner there. Boxes are heavy. Full from left to right, front to back. I don't know about up and down on each frame. I'm not pulling them out to look at them. But I get the impression they are. All right, so I'm gonna start in the back. All right, grab 3 more out of here. Yeah. This heat is for real. I hope that umbrella is keeping that heat down on that phone a little bit. I'm staggering these front and back. But also, like I mentioned in other videos, I'm starting off on the bottom on the left upper corner and then coming over to, coming in the back middle, front middle, back corner on the right. And I'm doing just the opposite. I'm starting back here on the back and working my way over. So I'm not going to put the original box super bat that was on here. It's all comb. I mean, it's all foundation. They're not doing anything with it. But every one of these is wet comb with a few small hive beetles on it. That's great. Bees at my house, I've cleaned through these a little bit. I think I saw a swipper sheet in here. I can't see. Or part of one maybe. Alright, well, that's all this one's getting for right now. I'm gonna put the propolis trap back up. That may not be the right decision to do what I just did. I hit this with a lawnmower because I was doing it at night. Over there. I'm very glad I didn't knock the whole stupid beehive over. I hate cockroaches. There's a propolis trap there, so I shouldn't expect too many bees to be above this little green trap, but let me see what would be on top of it. Dead bees from ones that were trapped in here. There's a small hive beetle. Doesn't look bad. That's what I didn't want to do. That's why you twist, to break all that. But didn't look like there was a lot of brood on that one. So I remember at one time thinking this hive right here was a little stronger than this hive, but I don't think that's right now. I remember changing my mind. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8. I see a swipper sheet I can use for this one. All right. This is a frame with just foundation. They're not going to build new comb really at this time of the year. Not enough. I probably should replace that, but just take one of the frames from another hive that didn't make it. But, you know, just sit it in there, but I'm just going to leave it alone. Tell you what I'm going to do. Get this to slide down in there. You want the cluster to walk around this, but you don't want to interfere with the cluster. So that's why I'm staggering it. I've seen people put it straight across. That might be a better way. I don't know. This is going to stay in here for a month or 3 or 2. So I don't want to, something that's going to be in the cluster for a long time, where those max strips, formic acid max strips, kind of go right in the middle of the cluster in a way. But you're only leaving it there for, a week. All right. I want to see how this fellow's doing. Yeah, there's a lot of they're working there. Just take my word for it. I'd be complaining. See a lot of nectar on the top of this hive, on this box here, or lid. There's a lot of bees in there. There's a lot of open comb full of nectar. I'm going to take this swipper sheet off right there. I'm actually going to put it in the front. Alright, so this is quite a bit more. I'm just going to leave it here. I probably need a peek in here. See a lot of bees hanging right here. Make sure my queen didn't want to wander up there for some reason. No, these are all just like this though. They're all just frames of foundation. All right. We still on here? Yeah, low power mode. All right, let me do that. I should be able to get this done before I lose the battery. Like I've said before, this is my longest running apiary. It's the first one that I had that wasn't on family property somewhere. And they approached me, and I was looking for a spot to start. So I was happy to, very enthusiastic to do it. Lots of beetles. Yeah. that. I can't crush these guys. Oh, there goes my microphone. Drop that right in the middle of the grass. I put it on the inside of my bee suit, it gets all sweaty. I don't know the best way to do this. I saw a guy do this the other day. Trying to avoid the bees. I killed quite a bit of them right there. No bees, I mean, just a bunch of those suckers. Let's see how the trap looks. Let's see, bees are crowding a bunch of these guys underneath the traps. Yeah, it's got quite a bit in there. The honey super itself doesn't appear to be ready. I see a lot of uncapped nectar. Do I have a top? No. Tell you what. This guy, for real. The brother, he's gonna come mow while I'm doing this. Yeah. I mean, he knows I'm here. I've been here since 2. It's almost every time. I still see a lot of pollen and nectar coming in, but we're getting close to a dearth. I don't know how they're going to be. They seem pretty gentle now, but all it takes is just one sting for them to be labeled as being aggressive. And the brother, not familiar with how long I've been here, will convince her that these bees are aggressive. Maybe I'll worry about that a little bit. Because he wants to mow right next to the beehive. A little bit frustrated. Don't see any bees. The edge here, few here, a little bit here, more here, 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 all the way to the edge. So it's a little bit blank right there. Like, I'm not really smoking these guys a lot. I'm not really irritating them. I understand. I'm the guest here, but you know, you got to kind of have to be responsible. Not do things that you know things that you know aggravates the bees. When you complain like, hey, every time I mow the yard, the bees get mad. I'm gonna come mow the yard when they're being worked with. All right, let me slide this a little bit too far away. Small hive beetles are up here. I don't see any. So this one right here is one I usually break that out on. Quite a bit of them. Oh. I gotta. Here. It's like they're stuck. There's small hive beetles everywhere. You know what? There's no bees up in here. Can't. Of course, it's been emptied. There's 2 of these in here for a good reason. I bet it's full. It's not full. All right. This is one of those handles on the wrong side. Make sure I get that twist in there. A little smoke. I may not have enough in this packet. I need 8. It was 60 total. Let's see. Oh, I just might. 4. How many is left in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Worked out this perfect. I was conservative with some of the hives. I had a bunch of a lot of bees, but a lot of just the foundation. If I had 2 or 3 frames of just foundation in there, I didn't use the full 4 per. I used like 2 or 3, just depending. This hive actually looks pretty good. Let's stop mowing. Looked like somebody else was mowing, like the brother was over there, but the guy probably said, "Hey man, there's bees flying around me. I don't know what's going on." Oh, no. I used to mix up the spray and dribble, and I'd spray the outside of the beehive, all the bees on there that were bearding. I'd spray them all. I'd come in and spray in here, spray on the other box. I'd have, a gallon of that stuff. I'd use it. Go to my next yard, the next visit, the next day. It would last me a long time. And then I learned that if you don't use it the first 24 hours, it's so wet. It's not good after that. And then I learned you're supposed to be spraying on it every week, or every 5 or 7 days, or 10 days, just depends. I'm done pulling honey supers for a few months. I'm adding them for areas that need, for hives that need space. Alright, this one's going to give me a little problem. Oh man. But I'm not planning on pulling any more until I'll harvest, like I bottle all my honey. I got too much honey. I don't see how much I got, but I'll do this right here. It's a little bit stiffer. But I should have a pretty good fall crop. Like I've got more honey now And I've not pulled all my honey supers for the spring. And I've got more honey now than I've had all my other fall and spring harvests combined, which I'm thankful for, but I've got a better way to bottle them too. Tanks and things like that, but I don't have the access that I need for bottles anymore. Since Man Lake's closed down, it was just a jump skipping away. I don't want to use jars for my regular honey. That should be that. Kind of come out when they're hot. I was wrong. I thought you got smart. Probably need to replace this top. All right. Ready to harvest by any means. I'm gonna slide this right here. I don't have any vegetable oil, but I'm gonna leave it there. Here on the top. Like the small pieces I stuck out of my pocket. Let's see. I'll do a recap here, and I'll shoot another recap after I weed eat right here. Well, 5 hive apiaries are already out. Not a shake. And wimpy, like me. So, the one on the far end, not a single one of these supers will be ready to pull, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of nectar. Yeah, you can shake test, all that crap. I'm not doing that. And I didn't see really much capping going on. In fact, I'm taking the super home from that second beehive. Because it was just foundation and they have not added anything. But I did replace the box with wet frames. So maybe they'll go up in there. They look like they need a little bit more space. They're getting kind of hot, I'm sure. But maybe they'll benefit from that. I didn't put a queen excluder in there since it's got 2 deeps. Doesn't mean that the queen can't get up there and lay. I don't care if she does, but I don't typically, I'd rather her not. I don't typically have that kind of problem. I may have one box a season that has a frame or 2 that's got a brood in it. So I added 4 VarroxSan strips to every brood box. So that's 36. I happen to have 36 left. Well, this one here I think I added 2, so I had 34 left. What else? It's a little bit of poison ivy I'm sitting in. Yeah, of course I'm sitting on my bucket. I'm a little disappointed that this hive, this single deep has not taken off. I may have restricted it too much. I don't know. I mean, it's got a lot of space in there, but there's brood in there. There's larvae in there. It's at least 5 or 6 days old. It's fixing to storm. I hear it storming. But I don't see the queen in there, and she's marked. She's got a blue dot on her. That's not a storm, that's a B-52. But I found one long body. It was a long body. It was longer than all the other bees, and it was thin. It looked like the body of a dead queen. I pulled it out, put it on top of the hive next to it. Next thing I knew, either it blew off or whatever, it's gone. So there you have it. I'm gonna take a quick break, put some stuff up. I'm gonna start my truck, drink some water, come back, and I'm gonna charge my phone here a little bit. Charge my phone a little bit and do a little recap, just a quick video recap. But thanks for watching, guys. It's Honey Jefe here. It's Honey with a J. It's Jeff with one F between 2 E's. That's Honey Boss. And this is my office. I gotta just turn it off.